Welcome to Wild Development Studio. Join us as we venture into the breathtaking realm of wildlife arts and untamed adventures. With captivating stories from the field and ideas to dive into the visual arts, we'll ignite your passion for conservation. Get ready to develop something wild.
Hello and welcome to Wild Developments. I'm your guide Lauren, back on the mic after what feels like a whirlwind few months. Today I'll be sharing updates about my artist in residence experience, the challenges I've faced recently, like speaking apparently, and some important announcements about the podcast's future. There is so much to share and I want to be open and honest about where we're headed. First, let me start with this. My artist in residence experience at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park was nothing short of life-changing. From photographing the beautiful fall leaves to doing some of the most amazing watercolor paintings I have ever done to date, I've had so much time to read, hike, reflect, and create. The experience left me with so much inspiration and material to share, but I also need to take the time to process it all. I will be releasing a longer episode to dive deeper into my residency experience and also offer advice for artists considering to apply for similar opportunities. But for now, I'm still literally and figuratively unpacking and sorting through my new portfolio of work. On top of all that, my personal life has been a bit crazy lately, in the best way possible, but also chaotic and nerve-wracking nonetheless. My husband recently transitioned to a contractor role in Key West, which means it is an exciting new chapter for us, but it also is taking some adjustments to our routines and navigating all the change. And we still have boxes that we're sorting through down there, and I still need to send more stuff down. So it's been really overwhelming. This brings me to an important realization. If I'm going to stay true to my mission of teaching people how to slow down and connect with nature, I need to embody that myself. The best way to inspire others is to lead by example, and at the moment I am juggling too much. I'm rushing, I'm overextending myself, I've been really clumsy lately, and it's not sustainable. This really hit home when I had to do a group exercise a exercise for a marketing group that I'm a part of with Beverly. She was on a previous episode, and she had us write our own eulogies to reflect on our legacy. So with the help of ChatGPT, the last closing paragraph, it wrote, "Lauren leaves behind a legacy of love, creativity, and conservation. Her life was a testament to the beauty of slowing down and connecting with nature, and living purposefully. Those who knew her carry her message forward. To care deeply for the world, cherish its beauty, and create something meaningful in their own lives." Hearing those words is kind of hard, and it gives me pause. Am I living up to that version right now? And then that vision? Honestly, not quite. And I've been in this place before. This is starting to feel a lot like burnout. So to avoid the burnout I experienced in 2020 with my dive career, I need to learn from my previous mistakes and do some things differently. So here's what's happening. Wild Developments podcast is going to take a short break. The holidays are upon us, and it is a perfect time to slow down, regroup, and refocus. I'll be back in February 2025 with new interviews starting in March. To my guests who have been so patient and understanding so far, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This podcast is a one-woman show, and it is incredibly important for me to give you the best work possible. Unfortunately, I've also had a couple technical setbacks. When I came back from being gone from home for about a month and a half, logging into my computer and getting onto Final Cut Pro, all of my data is completely gone. So all the edits and things that I had saved, my intro videos, all of that is gone. I even had an end of the year episode where I was compiling all the tips that all of my guests have given me so far on getting outside and exploring nature. It's all gone. And thankfully, the original Zoom interviews are saved on an external hard drive, but that specific project is gone. This loss has been a wake-up call, pushing me to rethink how I edit and store content. I am going to be spending the next few weeks trying to find other platforms where I can edit my podcast and also help to make the process a little bit easier for me. Podcasting is a labor of love, and I don't think people see or even realize all the editing and marketing that goes into this after the interview part is done. I wish it was just the interview part. That part's so much fun. Speaking of interviews, moving forward, I am going to just be interviewing one guest per week, which means I won't have a backlog of episodes anymore. So that means if somebody cancels or if something happens, that I will either be doing my own solo episode where I share advice and stories, or I will replay a favorite episode, or you know what? I don't have to produce something every single week. That's the hustle culture, and I can't keep up with that pace anymore. So if we miss a week, we miss a week. Catch up on something else is all I gotta say. And it will be okay. I am incredibly proud of everything Wild Developments has accomplished so far. 60 episodes, connecting with people from all over the world, from Ireland to Thailand, Europe, the States. I mean, just everywhere, and hearing everybody's stories and sharing what is so special about nature and the world around us, and realizing that it's something that we all long for, being outside in nature, and we struggle to incorporate that into our busy lives, which is why it is so important for this podcast to exist, to share those stories and to inspire people about different ways to get out and explore. So we are going to keep doing this, but just a little bit of a break, and know that connecting with nature can sometimes be as simple as just looking out your window. This is not goodbye. It is far from it. This is a step back, a pause, to then leap forward with clarity and purpose. The Wild Developments podcast will continue to inspire you to connect with nature and explore the wild and slow down in today's fast-paced world. In 2025, I'm also planning to add some instructional videos to help you with artwork and to help get you outside and connect with nature more. Lots on the horizon, but we just need to figure it out first. Before we take a pause, I want to share some of my favorite tools as an artist and naturalist, perfect for the holiday gift-giving season. The first one is a safety item that I will never ever travel without ever again. It is a portable door lock. This was a lifesaver during my residency when I stayed in the studio apartment. The apartment did not have a deadbolt, and it did lock. However, it was one of those types of locks where you had to open the door and check it from the outside, which is kind of nerve-wracking at night when you're out in the middle of the park. So one night, something or someone at 2 a.m. was rattling at the back door by the kitchen, and I'm 99% sure it was a bear. I did not get up to check. I was up and awake after that incident, but thanks to this lock, I did feel secure. So heads up, if you ever head out to the Smokies, the bears have figured out how to open doors, and that means your car doors too. Make sure you lock them. More on that in a episode coming up, because I want to dive deeper on how humans and animals can live in this world together safely. So that's going to be a long project coming. My favorite camera bag is the Sunny 16 bag. This bag fits my 600mm lens and so much more. It carries everything I need, and it is perfect for the hiking trails because it is so comfortable. Next on my list of favorite things is the Surrey SIRUI hiking stick. As an Ohio native, I underestimated the mountainous terrain of the Smoky Mountains, and after a few days, I finally decided to break out the walking stick for the first time. I never used one before in my life, and this walking stick saved my joints. It provided stability, and it also doubles as a monopod. It has this attachment at the top where you can put your camera, and you can also buy a separate tripod mount for the bottom, which I did have and used, and it works great. With that tripod mount, you can also get a separate plate that goes on the top, and now it is a mobile desk. So it's like a 3-in-1. This stick is amazing. So it's a hiking stick, a monopod / tripod, and a mobile desk. One of the best purchases I've ever made, just because of all the versatility with it. For creativity, I love my With Create Anywhere pencil set and trail-bound tiles. These tools make it so easy to create art anywhere. So the With Create Anywhere pencil set, it's like, I think the smallest pack they have right now is 36 leads, and they're individual leads that you put into a pencil. It saves you so much space, but you have all the creativity and all the colors you could need for creating. And then the trail-bound tiles are about coaster size watercolor paper that fit in this little tin. That with my mini watercolor set and a water pen brush, perfect for creating literally anywhere in the world, which is going to be so important because I'm going to be traveling so much coming up, going between Ohio and Florida. So speaking of travel, my favorite travel blanket is called Gravel Blanket, and it's the layover blanket from Gravel. It's compact enough to store down to about the size of a soda can, but it keeps me warm in most indoor settings. It is my number one item in my bag next to my portable door lock. My favorite carry-on bag is the Bag Smart book bag. This is like the Mary Poppins of bags. It holds everything I need and then some, yet unlike the Mary Poppins bag, it is small enough to fit under an airplane seat, so it will count as a personal item when you're traveling, which is so important because then you don't lose your luggage and you can skip the line waiting for everybody's checked bags, and you can just get right out to exploring the world. So I hope these suggestions make your own explorations easier and help you to feel more connected to our natural world. Thank you all so much for your understanding, support, and love for this little corner of the podcasting world. I can't wait to return with fresh energy and more stories to share. Until then, have a beautiful holiday season, connect with the wild around you, and remember, get outside and see what develops.
Thanks for joining Wild Development Studio. We hope this exploration into the world of wildlife arts and adventure has sparked a desire to get outside and connect with something wild. If you have an adventure that's awe-inspiring, don't hesitate to share. Click the link in the description to submit your story to have it featured on our show or be a guest. Until next time, keep connecting to the wild and see what develops. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by individuals during Wild Development Studio productions do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wild Development Studio or its affiliates. Participation in any activities, expeditions, or adventures discussed or promoted during our content may involve inherent risks. It is strongly advised that individuals conduct thorough research, seek professional guidance, and take all necessary precautions before engaging in any such activities. Wild Development Studio, its representatives, or employees shall not be held responsible for any injury, loss, damage, accident, or unforeseen incident that may occur as a result of participating in activities inspired by or discussed in our content. By choosing to engage with our content or act upon any information provided, individuals do so at their own risk and discretion.